Hey everybody, it's Bonnie from Healthy Meals. So I know it's been a little while. I apologize. We are back on track. We're just going to start from here and just keep going. Had quite a few little glitches with my computer recently, so I think we finally have that all fixed up, and we are ready to roll. So anyone know what this is? It's called a spaghetti squash. So basically what happens, if you haven't seen it, is you bake this sucker, and essentially you take a fork when it's done and you shred it, and you basically get spaghetti without noodles. It's kind of cool. So here's how this kind of works. We have to bake it for about an hour, okay? So, and they recommend using a serrated knife. So I'm a big fan of chopping off ends of things, and I will tell you, the squash is not easy. It's like the hardest sucker in the world to chop up. So the deal with this is, instructions are to cut it in half and bake it for an hour, okay? We have to pierce the skin though, because otherwise it explodes, just like a potato in the microwave. Kind of cool, kind of funny, depending on what side of the squash and the cleaning department in your house you're on. Alright, so the instructions I have say to cut it in half. So here we go. I'm going to cut this puppy in half. Or in quarters, depending on how our knife decides to go. Because it looks like we're going to have a couple different angles here. Yep, we're going at a different angle. Let's grab one of the better knives here. There we go. Let's see. Now, a couple of the places that you go, there we go. We'll cut one half and then we'll cut the other. How about that? Because inside of this are seeds, just like any other melon, squash thing, okay? I know they're not things, but you know what I'm saying. So basically what you're trying to do is cut it so that you can bake it quicker. Some recipes call for a little bit of water, some don't. I'm going to throw a little chicken broth in here just to be on the safe side. So here's what it looks like in the middle. Very, very stringy. So what we have to do is we have to take this bottom part, flip it over, alright? And then, this is the part that you do when you are very mad at somebody, okay? We have to pierce the skin. Just a couple places here or there, okay? I want to make sure it can get some air in here. Doesn't need to be anything major, and I know it looks so lovely stabbing this sucker. Be careful when you pull it out too, because it is very, very tough skin. Haha. There we go. So as you can see, very hard. So when you're pulling it out, you want to pull it away from you, because what will happen is if that knife flies out, it goes away. It doesn't come towards you, it goes away. Okay? And I usually just do a couple. Very, very internal, not really anything too deep. Okay? You want to do it on both, of course, because, you know, one doesn't explode but the other doesn't. Could make for a very messy oven. And we got a lot of work to do, catch up on our blog here. For those of you who were asking, I'm going to take these months and I'm going to turn them into little books that you can get off of Amazon or, you know, for your Kindle, for wherever, so that you've got kind of a written version of what we've got going. So let's say you're out of town, whatever, or you just don't feel like looking at the video again. You'll have a resource, you'll have a reference. So I'll let you know when that pops up. Whew, this is a workout. Man, don't ever get in a fight with a spaghetti squash. Jeez. Alright, so here's what we want to do. We want to make sure there's a little moisture in the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour, do we have some? Yes, we do. I'm going to put just a little bit of chicken broth on here. Not a lot. I want literally just enough to coat the bottom. Here we go. And we're just going to take our spaghetti squash. Oh, I think we might have to, here. do it this way. There we go. Alright, uncovered. We're going to let it bake. Okay? And we will see you in about an hour for these. Alright people, so here we have, a very hot pan that you should not touch without a towel. First of all, we got our squash. So basically what we need to do with this squash, kind of looks like an alien being, doesn't it? We need to take this center piece, center bit out. And then you see how it's kind of shredding up? We're going to get rid of the seeds. And then we're just going to shred the heck out of this sucker. So let's get a little bowl. Just get rid of these seeds. And then literally you take this fork, you just scrape out the spaghetti. And there's not much flavor to this, so the sauce that we put on it afterwards is what's going to make the difference. We're actually going to do, there we go, no seeds, so that's all we do. See how nicely it's becoming spaghetti? How funky, huh? Here we go. You can go all the way down to the skin, so don't be afraid to pierce this skin. Alright, so I'm going to scrape out this one, scrape out the other one. We're going to put it in our little pasta bowl over here, and I'll come back, I'll show you what we're going to do for our sauce. Alright, we'll see you in a minute. Here's our spaghetti, right here. And I've got some avocado in here with some Bohemian forest rub. We're going to use this as our seasoning. So we're going to kind of make a like an Alfredo dressing for this, but it's not really Alfredos, it's just avocados. So I'm going to mix this up in the food processor, and then we're going to mix it with our spaghetti squash. Throw some mushrooms and some peppers in here, get a nice little spaghetti going. So we'll see you in just a few minutes. Okay guys, so we got our spaghetti squash done. We're going to chop up some vegetables. We've got our avocado fettuccine over here, looking good. It's going to be kind of a unique color, but it's going to be delicious. So, got our avocado going in. There we go. This is great on chicken salad sandwiches too. I know if you haven't seen it, it's on the vlog. You should check it out. It's delicious. Okay, so we've got our dressing, our salad, creamy stuff coming in. So basically we're just going to mix all this up and spread the wealth here. Fettuccine Alfredo in here. If you're a fan of marinara, you can use marinara in this, but for what we're doing this week, we need to limit the tomatoes. So, hence why we're using avocados. So now once this is all mixed up, we need to start adding some veggies. So I'm going to chop up some green peppers, chop up some mushrooms, get those going in here, maybe throw some carrots in. So there you go. Nice, delicious flavoring going here. Alright, let me chop up what we have over here. Got our green pepper and some mushrooms. So I'm going to chop these up and we'll add it to our spaghetti squash over here. And I'll see you guys in a minute. And dinner is served. Nice, delicious spaghetti squash. Check it out. Enjoy, people. Tastes better than it looks, I promise you. It does not taste like green slime.